The last remnants of German resistance have been crushed between the joint effort of Allied and Soviet armed forces. Across Europe, the feeling is jubilant. Celebrations break out now that the war has come to an end. The people can finally look forwards to a bright future of freedom and democracy. Also, they thought, the Soviet army have pushed all the way from the gates of Moscow to Berlin, and Stalin doesn't plan on losing his newly found grip over Eastern Europe anytime soon. His ruthless dictatorship no longer just encompasses Russia, but half of the European continent. An Iron Curtain descends and Czechoslovakia falls into the Soviet bloc. However, communist rule isn't established immediately. The coalition of left-wing parties are popular among the voters, and the Soviets, hopeful of an elected communist government, pull out of the country. But when the Communist Party vetoed the Marshall Plan, their popularity began to crumble. The Soviets had to do something to not lose their influence over the country, and that something was to back a communist coup led by Clement Gottwald. By 1948, current President Dr. Edward Benesch surrendered his government to Gottwald, where communist rule would endure for 43 years. However, in this game, I attempt to sever ties with the Soviet Union, breaking away from the Warsaw Pact, finding new allies, and arming myself against the inevitable. Hi. I'm Colonel Cam, and welcome to 15 years as Czechoslovakia in the Cold War. Hello guys, welcome back to the Cold War, where we are playing yet another Soviet satellite state, Czechoslovakia, which is now Czechia and Slovakia, who still maintain a good relationship even after splitting up, which is pretty rare among countries. Anyway, like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Okay, we are playing Czechoslovakia. Now, I'm going into this completely blind. I don't really know much about Czechoslovakian history in the Cold War, prior to recording this intro, of course. All I know is that the Prague Spring is a thing, and that happens in like 1978, which is quite a while away. We do start in a pretty decent position. Unlike when I played Germany, where we only had 8 divisions, we start with 15 divisions. 15! We even got a tank division here, 2 tank divisions in here, look at that. Now our leader is Clement Gottwald, and he actually gives some pretty good bonuses, except for the fact that he's an alcoholic. And the only really bad national spirit we have is high inflation. We have one more national spirit here. It's the video's sponsor, Manscaped, the global men's lifestyle brand that is revolutionizing the landscape of men's grooming. They're on the front lines, showing their ongoing dominance in providing top-notch quality and unmatched value as we jump into their latest grooming and hygiene bundle, the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. First, we have the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra that's taken grooming to a whole new level with their next-gen dual skin-safe blade heads, now accompanied with an upgraded trimmer blade that means business. Interchangeable with the foil blade, used afterwards to leave you with a finish that's irresistibly sleek and utterly bare. I personally love shaving and grooming in the shower, and the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra allows me to do just that, as it's waterproof too. Next up is the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer. Built with skin-safe technology, this bad boy is designed to tackle those nose and ear hairs with ease. Finally is the Crop Soother and Crop Preserver, paired perfectly together to keep you feeling cool and comfortable from morning to night. But guess what? We're not done. The 2 free gifts are included in the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. This includes the Boxers 2.0 designed for ultimate comfort and style with the dual pouch. Manscaped also threw in their Shed 2.0. It's like your grooming command center, a place to keep all your grooming gear organized and ready to roll. So join the 10 million men worldwide who've put their confidence in Manscaped for all things grooming and hygiene. To get 20% off your order, free international shipping, and 2 free gifts, use my promo code ColonelCam at manscaped.com today. No army debuffs or anything. Our army is looking pretty strong. It's fully supplied. We got already 10k stockpile and equipment. Now, you may be thinking, a large army at the start of the game, can't complain, right? And that's what I was originally thinking too, but this is actually a bad thing. In this mod, it costs money to have an army, and the larger the army, the more it costs. Right now, I am making $10 billion a month, but 8 billion of that is going to my army. That is a problem. All right, there we go. We got 150 political power now. The first thing I want to spend it on is I'm not going to increase my spending. I don't have enough money. If there's any social policies like state unions, I'm getting state unions. I don't know if I mentioned that I do have it on historical. That's why Greece won the Civil War. And that's why I didn't intervene, because obviously Greece is going to win it. And my 1 division is not going to make any impact on the historical timeline. I tried improving my education policy, which immediately put me in a deficit. So something has to be done. I spend the tiniest bit on the smallest thing, and I'm losing money. I can't win, man. Oh, this is going up so slowly. Wait, 1952? You're telling me when this is next done? Nuh-uh, I'm building some infrastructure instead, man. There was this nationalized resources focus or nationalized industry, same thing. Anyway, I was hoping this would generate me some money, but it didn't, so we have to go to plan B. Far out. There's nothing we get industry-wise. It's all like stability and party popularity. Is this the reality of socialism, guys? I need more money. I don't want more people in my army. I want more money. Unfortunately, the only thing our focus tree has to offer is increasing the size of our army and probably purging people to increase stability. We're going to be in debt. I'm going to be in debt. Oh, what is our debt? So we got $43 billion debt and no reserves. So I was only left with one option, and that was to actually de-size and demobilize our army. Okay, so reducing our division size did actually help. And then I'm going to delete this useless artillery division. It is so unbelievably bad. It is artillery, it's just artillery, light artillery, anti-tank cannon, and then rocket artillery. Look at the organization on this thing. 12.5. Well, how does one even use this in battle? Whoa, here we go. A series of show trials were recently concluded in Czechoslovakia, targeting non-communist political activists, nationalists, Catholics, and communist dissidents. After doing a few more purges, I decided instead of just building industrial parks straight up, to convert some military factories into industrial parks. That way they can be built quicker at the cost of my military, but we don't really need it right now. This is the first time I'm actually demobilizing. I'm deleting army and reducing military factories. But I need to do it because I'm forever in debt, alright? And I need to put the money towards, like, economy, right, an education system and stuff like that. The Korean War begun, and of course I sent one division because that's all I could send, one division. There we go. My guys arrived. Again, I can't. This has happened for a second time now. Someone needs to fix this immediately. The bug happened again where I couldn't close it by pressing the OK button, but I found out if I right-clicked it for some reason, it worked, and I didn't figure this out till later though. Oh, okay. Now we have the political power to do welfare, minor welfare. Here. We broke even, nice. And that means we're also getting industrial park construction speed, a political power gain. I deleted a couple more divisions, and this actually made a major impact on my spending. We are now spending 5.6 billion on the army, instead of like the 9 billion we were spending unreasonably before. Yo, where did I get this 11 billion from? Time to splurge. See, I'm actually sensible. I'm gonna splurge on the, I need to go either nominal education, or I need to go nominal welfare. Anyway, I had finally made it far enough down my focus tree to begin industrialization. Rapid industrialization, apparently. It better be, because it's making up for a lot of lost time. Dude, this guy's getting so trained. He's a veteran now. Look how trained this guy is. Oh my gosh, veteran. He's just standing there, and he's just they keep attacking him, and he's just impenetrable now. That guy's insane. I regret to inform you that we got a bit carried away with the purging. We ended up purging our leader. He was accused of promoting nationalism, and by Slansky, I don't know who this guy is, but he's going to be our new leader from now on, Rudolf Slansky. Oh my gosh, these were options. Oh, I didn't realize these two were mutually exclusive. This is the problem with this mod, they don't do the mutually exclusive ones, but yeah, okay, so this would have been, Slansky, he would have gone to trial, and Gottwald would have stayed in charge. This guy's got the Mao Zedong haircut. These guys have got the same haircut. Look at these two haircuts. Crazy. Establish state control over education. Add ideological schooling. Sounds good to me. Oh, here, we remove high inflation. Oh, that's so good. I didn't see that. Okay, I'm glad I worked my way down towards this. I'm actually saving up a bit of a stockpile here. 53 billion. I could pay off my debt. And I have saved up and I could pay off my debt. But do I get any debuffs for having debt? It's a bit odd because there's no incentive to pay off your debt, but I did it anyway just because having no debt is nice. Expand light industry. 2 more industrial parks. Oh, now we're cooking. We have 11 on the go. I think I should make tutorials on all the mods I play, because from what I found, there aren't many tutorials on a lot of the mods that I've played. I've kind of just learned to wing all of the mods that I start playing, but I do figure them out. So if you guys would like tutorials, leave a comment down below, because it is something I'm actually interested in doing. I spent a pretty big chunk of time fiddling around with the resource mechanic, and this is actually the one thing I haven't really figured out yet. I normally just leave it on auto trade and just pretend it doesn't exist. It was a mistake taking it off auto trade. Just leave it on auto trade. It's fine. I wonder who will win the election. Oh, it appears the KSC won the elections. Whoa. That's crazy. You may be thinking, whoa, we're approaching 10 minutes in the video and nothing is really happening. Well, I'm beginning to mobilize now, okay? We're gonna go to war soon. Because now that we have enough money to actually fund an army, I can actually build it and make a big one. I've decided to lump 1954 to 1960 into one segment because this was the time I spent building up my army, my industry, my economy, and everything to prepare for a huge war. Oh, there's my 8 divisions. And so army's grown. Grown back to bigger than what we started with finally again. Alright, so we got 300 Soviet Union tanks, T-55s, so that is enough for 1 division. Okay, it's 1955. It usually takes this mod a few years, like quite a few years, for things to actually start happening. There are no mods that test my patience more than this one and TNO, because I always just be like, could something happen already? But no, I'm going to be patient. I'm sure something is going to happen eventually. It normally takes this mod quite a few years because my Italy thing was like 27 years and it only started ramping up in like 15 years into it. Let's spend a bit on a medical system. I know I'm trying to save up for tanks. But this gives a product efficiency cap, and yeah, we're only going down a little bit. At some point, one of my focuses became available or unlocked, and I didn't realize when, but I was able to do it. It was this one, and it happened really close to the Hungarian Revolution, which I thought we might have content for. Oh, there's going to be a Hungarian Revolution. Yeah, a Hungarian Revolution. Can we back it? Considering Czechoslovakia also has a revolution/spring at some point, we'd be able to join forces or something and unite against the oppression of the Soviets. I don't know, something like. But no, unfortunately not. The Hungarian Revolution just kind of fizzled out because obviously the Soviets invade, but there isn't even really an invasion. It's just like an event that turns them back to being the Soviet puppet. Invasion of Hungary. I wonder if there's a way you can play Hungary and like kind of try and stand up for yourself in the against the Soviet Union. Like, make that a challenge or something. Like, that should be one of, like, the hardest paths in the game. Or in this mod. Make, like, a challenge to stand up to the Warsaw Pact. Anyway, I completed that focus, and then this happened. Alright. Nah! An event. I don't know, someone write this. Nah, no, there's no way that's in this mod. I don't know, someone write this. Who is responsible for this? Fire that person immediately. Anyway, I had 2 options, to go Stalinist or anti-Stalinist, you know, the usual. And I chose the anti-Stalinist guy, because I thought this would be the most likely path where something happens. Rapid de-Stalinization done. We can do a reapproachment with Tito. Sounds like a good idea. We are going to be doing a lot more than just a reapproachment with Tito later in this game, okay? Anyway, at this point, I was beginning to get worried that nothing was going to happen. If I didn't get another focus tree by 1960, then I would definitely have to do something by myself, like actually create something to happen. Oh, nothing has happened for a very long time. I'm going to go labor neutral. We're drifting away from communism, slowly but surely. We're now labor neutral instead of pro-union. I am just, I'm continuing down my focus tree and I'm coming towards the end of it now. I just got this one focus here and then the rest of this tree to do. And then it will be 1960. And if we get a new tree, then it looks like we're in for hopefully a good game. If we don't get a new tree, then I'm going to have to use console commands to make this game interesting. So we'll see what we have to do. Either way, I'm not going to have a lame video for you guys, alright? So that's not what's going to be happening. It was finally 1960 and there was no new focus tree, so it looks like I'm using console commands to make things interesting. Oh, I wish there was a way to check ahead to see if a path is going to be interesting or not, because there's no way I can check. I swear there's no way I can check, but I have created a pretty big army. Look, over 500,000 in manpower, my GDP is almost at 100. I know Poland's got a higher GDP than me and stuff, but they definitely don't have a bigger army. Yeah, 19 divisions, come on. 38, yeah. Okay, so it's 1961, and it has become evident to me that nothing is going to happen. I have an idea in mind, and as you saw from the intro, you probably already know what it is. I'm going to try and ally with Yugoslavia and take on the Warsaw Pact, okay? It's going to be kind of crazy. I pray that it works, but we'll see. Now, the first thing I had to do was obviously leave the Warsaw Pact and create my own faction with Yugoslavia, but I had to come up with a good name. Okay, I've got a name. So, we're both Slavic. The Slavic Revolutionary League, all right? This is a lot of sense because we're Slavic. We're both revolutionary socialist. Just, okay, I know I'm not. Just assume that I am, okay? Just assume. That was the whole idea behind this playthrough, and it didn't let me do it, so I'm doing it myself. And then we got League, because I could, that's the only one that sounds good. League, I could say Slavic Revolutionary Pact. I think Pact sounds better, actually, because it is 2 nations, me and Yugoslavia. So we got our faction, the Slavic Revolutionary Pact, but we're not connected at all, alright? We're separated by either Hungary or Austria, and I'm not declaring war on Hungary right now, so it has to be Austria. And in order to unite our two nations, we can't really go through Hungary because they're a part of the Warsaw Pact, but we can go through Austria, and that is exactly what I plan to do. Austria have no divisions, we can just walk in there. It should be fine. Technically, I'm still a satellite of the Soviet Union. And I don't think there's any way for me to stop being a satellite of the Soviet Union. Now this is a problem. I am still technically a puppet of the Soviet Union, and there is no way, even using console commands, is there a way for me to become free. So I just got to put up with it and just pray it doesn't cause any issues in the future. It does. Anyway, I finished my justification and declared war on Austria. There we go. Okay, I think I'm just going to annex it all. I'm not puppeting. With Austria integrated into our faction, there was only one option left, and that was to declare war on the Warsaw Pact. I also forgot, Yugoslavia is going to have a front in Albania. That's kind of annoying. Oh, we're going to get absolutely massacred. It's fine though, we'll be fine. We'll be able to take out Hungary, but then that will shorten the border. That will shorten the border to just this. And with Yugoslavia, that might be maintainable, assuming that like 1 and a bit divisions is enough to cover this whole part here. I've got forts here. I want to build forts here, but I'm not. I decided it would actually be a good idea to build forts, but this might delay my attack by a little bit. Where is all my equipment going? I'm losing equipment. It turns out my divisions were attritioning in East Slovakia, so now I got to build a supply hub. It's time to declare war. Now, I assume Yugoslavia is just going to fall flat on their face. Yeah, we're using the Soviet Union tanks against them. And after a quick console command, I declared war. Okay, let's start going in with the tanks. So we should be able to take out these guys really quickly. I started microing my tanks to try and get the quickest capitulation of Hungary as possible, but then I ran into a problem. What the... It appears that any territory that I conquer goes directly to the Soviet Union. At first, I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. I'll still capitulate Hungary, right? And yes, I would. However, I would not get any supply. And then my troops just started leaving the territory automatically as if they were exiled divisions. And then there's East Germany. So that should be everyone. Yeah, that is everyone. All right, they're not attacking us. That's good. Seems like our defensive line is holding. Due to my troops not being able to advance into Soviet territory, it gave them enough time to actually get a lot of divisions into Hungary. This is my division. I'm inside. Oh my gosh. This is so broken. It's because I'm a puppet. So now, oh, this is so broken, man. Like this guy. Oh my gosh, I sent this guy that way. And see, now it goes to the Soviet Union. It appears there was nothing I could do. All the land that I took went to the Soviet Union and I couldn't go any further, but then I noticed something. If my troops entered Hungary from Yugoslavia, it would stay as Yugoslavian territory, therefore we would get supply and we could capitulate them and my troops would stay in there. We might have to go from Yugoslavian territory. However, it appears they're not doing too well, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. One of my tanks just died. Oh, what is... And look, they're dying. They just died from attacking because they're not in my territory. It was evident that I had to restart, but this time I would only attack from Yugoslavia. Yeah, see? I gave myself everything that I need to become free and I can't become free. That's crazy how they've actually coded it so I could never become free, ever. Maybe I should do the ask control of state every time I just conquer Hungarian territory. That might actually be the move. Or I just go in from Yugoslavia. Let's try this again. Declare war. Call allies. Okay. Yep, we're attacking from Yugoslavia. I think if we attack from Yugoslavian territory... Okay, look. I'm going to ask control of this state. And because oh my gosh, these are so annoying. Why can't I ask for control of it? This one. That is crazy. And now he's retreating out of there. Anyway, the idea of going from Yugoslavia worked, as we pretty much captured Budapest immediately. Okay, Hungary's done. Okay, we did it. We did it. This is... Oh, that's so annoying. Give me this state. And then I did something really stupid. I thought it would be a good idea to push into Poland and East Germany for some reason. I got carried away. I don't know why. This is not good. I blame it on this bug that keeps happening. I actually am going to blame it on the bug. So I had to restart yet again, all right? Because Yugoslavia was crumbling and I would have to cover my southern front and I couldn't do that. So I was going to do it again, but this time rush Albania down so Yugoslavia has a chance of surviving, then deal with Hungary, and yeah, you'll see. So as you guys have probably been aware, this is not really working out. There's a bug. There's not a bug, it's just like I cheated and the game didn't expect me to cheat. I'm building a bunch of forts. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I'm building a bunch of forts because we got broken through pretty easily. But I would like push into like other countries. But what's going to happen? What happened in Hungary is going to happen everywhere. Forts, supply hubs, anti-air, you name it. I was building it before I wanted to go to war again. Alright, this supply hub is almost built. I can actually put my units back there without them losing 5 billion guns a day. Alright, I'm to building these forts. Then once these forts are built, I should be okay. Why did this one get missed? Wow, okay, hang on. Why did that one there get missed? That's weird. Again, this changed. Look at that. It changed. I want it to be up there, yeah. Why did it go back down? That's so weird. How am I in $364 billion of debt? Where did that come from? I think all aspects of the game are just broken now because I didn't develop any land or buy anything. It just, I don't know. I concentrated pretty much my whole offensive army in Yugoslavia to try and rush Budapest and all the victory points as quick as possible. There we go. Okay, so now this, what do I even do about all this, man? Then there was another thing that was slightly broken. It said Yugoslavia could be invited to my faction despite us already being in a faction, and I didn't have allowed Diplo on, so I don't know why I did this. Anyway, it appeared my forts weren't really doing much in the northern border against East Germany and Poland, and we're kind of struggling. I'm cooked. Yugoslavia's cooked. It's all cooked. Yeah, it was a disaster. Yugoslavia capitulated, and then I had to cover all my fronts, and it just really didn't work. Well, they got Austria now. What in the world is this? Oh, look, I've still got my faction. Yeah, the peace deal didn't make much sense either. Anyway, I didn't really think this was worth a 4th attempt. It's not like this was content for the mod where it's like the Shanghai campaign that I did in my Republic of China video. Go watch that, by the way. That was pain and suffering. There were so many attempts involved in that. Yeah, so this video was a loss, right? I don't really have many losses, but this one is one of them. I might decide to return to Czechoslovakia when the Cold War Iron Curtain developers add content for the Prague Spring. They need to do that. You guys hear me? Content, Prague Spring, Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I know it's another short one. I thought there would be more content for Czechoslovakia, considering it's one of like the icons for interesting country. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.